The Business Report, brought to you by the Youth Entrepreneurship Scheme, a department of the Ministry of Youth and Community Empowerment, supporting young entrepreneurs from idea to enterprise.
In business tonight, we take a look at the tourism industry, and visitor arrivals are up 2.9% for the first quarter of this year. Chairman of the Barbados Hotel and Tourism Association, Stephen Austin, says that close to 6,000 more visitors came to Barbados between January and March this year over the same period in 2018. Now, the Sandals Resort brand is being credited with helping to bring more visitors to the island. Mr. Austin says that the BHTA remains committed to the resort and others across the island that are dedicated to making the island competitive in an unstable global climate.
Unstable global economic climate. The Sandals model reassures us that value for money is vital towards maintaining a sustainable tourist industry. Sandals has become one of the most well-known, award-winning hospitality brands to the world. I believe that the economy of Barbados and the overall brand of Destination Barbados benefits enormously from the success of Sandals Barbados and Sandals Royal Barbados. The BHTA salutes Sandals for successfully reinventing the meaning of all-inclusive and recognizing that they are the undisputed leader of Caribbean vacation experiences.
Mr. Austin was speaking during a select guest cocktail reception and dinner last night. Guests who have been loyal to the Sandals brand were recognized. One guest spent more than 1,000 nights at the various resorts across the Caribbean. Mr. Austin encouraged the visitors to spread the word not only about the resort, but about Barbados. Well, Barbadian rum will gain some more exposure later this year when the Caribbean rum producers host a major distilling conference in collaboration with the Ethanol Technology Institute. The West Indies Rum and Spirits Association, or WIRSPA, says that this year's conference will be held in the Dominican Republic from October 8th to the 11th. WIRSPA is one of the oldest private sector trade associations in the Caribbean. It represents rum producers in Barbados and 14 other islands. Now, while the distilling conference will address all spirits, special focus will be placed on rum, providing delegates with detailed information on beverage alcohol processes. And it's time now to take a look at how those stocks traded on selected exchanges across our region. In Jamaica, Cinco Group Limited ordinary shares was the volume leader with 307,966 units. In Trinidad and Tobago NGL Limited was the volume leader with 82,526 shares changing hands, all for value of $2,425,984.65. And here in Barbados, Sagicor Financial Corporation Limited was the volume leader, trading 3,859 shares at $2.42 each.
This secure facility right behind me is the Carlton Well and Reservoir, and it is a key component of the West Coast water supply system. Only certain individuals are allowed inside of this facility. One of them is Alex Eiffel. He is responsible for making sure Barbados's water is of the highest standards. A pleasure to have you on the program again. Of course, water quality, it is always a debate here in Barbados. This facility, of course, it provides water to most of the West Coast. Tell us about your job here today. You've been on the site doing some testing.
Yes, this site, as like most West Coast wells, during the dry season, is monitored on a weekly basis because the lack of rainfall, there is an increase in chlorides. So we have to monitor each one so that we can know how to blend the water coming to the residents with either desal water or waters from another source so that they don't exceed the World Health Standard limit for chlorides or sodium in drinking water. Recently, you've heard about a fear resident in the community about the level of salt in the water. Now, given that the World Health Standard for sodium in drinking water, and sodium is the factor implicated in the high blood pressure, is about 300 milligrams per liter.
Right.
On the West Coast, the highest levels we get is about 120 to 130 milligrams per liter. So to impact the blood pressure of a person, they will have to drink about 20 to 25 gallons of water per day. What happened in that article is that the average public would not have noted at the end of the article that it said that this was not confirmed by epidemiological studies. Now, another complaint we get constantly is white water. During the dry times, the water levels in the wells drop, but the well pumps are set at a specific level. So sometimes there is cavitation, and the well sucks air, compresses that air into water, like how you would compress air in a soft drink. When you open your pipe, the pressure is released because the well might be pumping 1.5 million, sometimes 4 million gallons a day. And that pressure compresses the air in the water. Now, once that pressure is released, the air forms very small bubbles and comes out. Left for a few minutes, the water will come quite clear. It is not chlorine, it is just the same air you're breathing. One of the things we also get is complaints about rusty water. Sometimes this is caused by disruption in our water supply. Water is a universal solvent. It dissolves everything. If it is too fresh, it will dissolve metal. If it is too salty, it will dissolve metal. Now, over in St. Lucie and parts of St. Peter, where we had this problem, we have completed phase 1 of an exercise to swab those mains, which has led to some improvements in the area. We are about to start phase 2, which will take us from Half Acre into Lamberts, into Boscobel and the surrounding areas. We're also to do a phase 3 into the Checker Hall and Half Moon 4 areas, cleaning the pipes of the discolored water that is usually associated with the rust in the pipes.
Okay, so a lot still to look at as Alex continues to examine not only facilities like the one here at Carleton, but right across the country. We will give you those updates here on Water Wednesdays. To view this or a previous episode again, please visit our website, www.barbadoswaterauthority.com. Please go to our Facebook page as well for additional information, or you can type Water Wednesdays in YouTube. You can find us there.
It is the liquid of life.